I knew Bogdanovich was going to give us that work last night.
Dang.
Hey, that might have
Bogdanovich
been
give us that work last
the
night.
worst precursor I've ever seen.
You called that.
You go,
dude.
oh no, here
was
comes a 25-point Bogdanovich.
You know he's been awful this year, right?
Yeah.
You guys
No,
know
I
that.
don't
Like
know.
he's been terrible this year.
I've actually never seen him be terrible. Like I've never seen.
Yeah, I know. We've never seen him be
I've never
terrible,
seen
but Bogdanovich is legitimately been. He's not old Bogdanovich
Yeah, I don't know.
unless he plays the Heat.
Wait, he's just old by Bogdanovich.
I don't even know if he is. I don't even know how old Bogdanovich is, but I knew as soon as I saw him, he's 32. He's not that old. I mean, unless he's like, unless in Serbia they were having him play at 12, there's Serbian Tibbs over there, like running him into the ground or something like that. But he's been legitimately a bad basketball player this year.
Yeah.
But I saw that face and I'm like, oh no, Bogdanovich is there tonight.
So I was getting ready to watch the game. And then oh no, here comes another 25-point Bogdanovich. And I'm like, he has to be kidding. I haven't heard that guy's name since, the last time he came here.
Yeah, I know. Since his regular Hawks shenanigans where he's just lighting up the Heat. But nope, he was there last night. 31 points. 31 points.
Why did you put that into the ether?
I just knew. I just knew. I don't know. I think I couldn't help it. I just saw him and I'm like, oh no.
What happened to old Tobin? Locking it down. We gonna lock him down.
I'm not. I'm just embracing the struggle and forging on, and there's something beautiful on the other side. That's what I've been told. That's what I've been told.
Sunshine.
You know what?
10
When
rebounds.
you get kicked in the junk,
Jeez.
the only thing on the other side is less pain.
Do you think like Chris Quinn ever says something smart alecky when Spo walks back in the office? He goes, "Let me know when that beautiful thing is coming here." He goes, "Shut up, Chris. Shut up."
Oh,
You should have taken the Jazz job.
this is brutal.
Oh my God, it's brutal, dude. It is
And
brutal.
And the thing is here's what I hate. And I get on you for doing this. Right? I always say, every game is different. You play that game and I watch the game and I'm like, here we go again.
But you know what the thing is like, it doesn't matter. They always get roped into like whatever game the opponent wants to play. Like last night, you'd look at like the Heat and you're like, other than Bam, Bam stunk yesterday. But, I know he didn't get a ton of shots, but even in the shots they did, it wasn't close. It was like, it was December Bam last night. And, you got a good game. If you look at the box score, you're like, oh, Tyler played great. Wiggins played great. Dunks had a nice night. But like, you let them score 61%.
Right.
Like and Zubac. Oh my God, Zubac.
He's a Hall of Famer and all of a sudden.
Jesus. I mean, he just demolished Ware and Bam like it was nothing. He took that poor Rook's cookies. It was bad, dude. It was rough. This is hard times, Daddy. These are the dark ages. Spo can sit here and he can talk about something beautiful, or there's beautiful in the struggle, or blah, 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 blah. Dude, they're legitimately lodged in the ninth, and the Bulls are breathing down their neck with the tiebreaker. Like, this is crazy. They're gonna end up on the fringes of the play-in. Don't let the Raptors get hot.
Hey man,
Especially with this stretch you got coming.
Let me get this like Marcos. Seriously, They got the Celtics on Friday.
Yeah,
I mean, unless the Celtics even if the Celtics do the thing where they bench everybody and it's the Pritchard, Derek White show.
Please don't let it be that. Actually,
it's going to be like they're going to light it up, and Pritchard is going to score 40 on Tyler Hero
for sure.
Then you have Ja Morant the next night on the road,
fighting for something in the West.
Then you have the Knicks on the road.
game winner yesterday, Mikal Bridges.
I saw that. You know, to be honest with you, that's like
Yeah.
the only thing that's left in the Heat that is like any level of pride.
Yeah.
Somehow, some way, in the midst of this losing streak,
We'll be the Knicks. That'd be great.
is the fact that the Blazers have yet to pass them in wins, but they've been close. They have been close.
Dude,
Joe Cronin is breathing down Pat Riley's neck. He's coming for blood.
can I just tell you,
Some way, somehow, they have not caught the Heat yet because they've lost 5 in a row as well.
would that be the lowest point? As much fun as we made of Cronin in Portland.
It's just added low. It's like this is the lowest, but yes, it's going to be another cherry on top of this bleep
You don't
Sunday.
put cherries on. You don't put cherries on top of low.
What do you put? Rabbit pellets?
Cherry on top is for the cake, the celebration.
If it's a bleep Sunday though, you know, a real deuce in an ice cream bowl.
You got it right, deuce.
It's on top of that, are those rabbit pellets? Are they like little rat turds? Like what is the sprinkles on a bleep Sunday?
Steam. Like we out here laying down Stanley steamers.
It is tough. Yeah, it's like and
Tobin.
what? Oh!
Don't forget.
Well, listen, I don't know what to tell you, dude. Like this is one of those things. Like I was listening yesterday to ESPN's podcast, and like, well, you know, then it's going to become an unprotected pick. It's like, yeah, but whatever, dude. The Heat are going to have their pick this year, and they're going to go into this thing with ping pong ball. They're not winning 2 playing games. I'm telling you right now.
No
If the
way.
Heat are in one of the 8 spot, if they're in the 8, they'll have a chance to make the playoffs. If they're in the 9 spot and they have to win 2 playing games, it's not happening. They're not winning 2 in a row, especially against those teams. Hawks, Magic, Bulls.
I mean,
They kick their ass all the time.
you were going through the schedule, and I was counting up the losses, to be honest. And I was
Tell me where you like. Where is the win? Like, where is it? Tell me when does the bleed stop? They've lost 5 straight.
Yeah.
And really, let's be real about it. They've lost 6 out of 7.
Mm-hmm.
That one win was against the Wizards. Okay, so they're the last real win.
And it was a squeaker.
Right. Yeah, it was they gave you a little pushback there in the third quarter. The last time the Heat had a win you were proud about was like beating the Pacers. Right? That was a good win. And then the next night you had and 2 nights later you had the Knicks game.
Yeah.
You blew that. And then the wheels have basically come off. You had your Ronnie Cycli moment, cool.
Great.
And then it's just been bloodbath. But seriously, you got the Celtics on Friday.
That's a loss.
Saturday's the Grizzlies on the road.
That's a loss.
New York on Monday, taking on the Knicks in the Mecca on national television.
Yeah.
No Jalen Brunson.
Okay, could be a pride game. Could be a pride game. You know, you get up for the Knicks, but
You got
Still
the
Mikal
pit.
Bridges.
They got Mikal Bridges and they got Cat and they got OG, but they don't. They don't have Brunson. You played him tough last time. Maybe.
Put it this way.
Maybe.
Isn't that
You'd be
crazy?
pleasantly surprised.
Maybe.
That's what maybe means.
Back Wednesday, you host the Detroit Pistons.
Nope. Fighting for
Who, I mean, you want to talk about where this all went wrong. The scene of the crime. The scene of the crime. Oh, hell no! 10-13.
She's back.
Wow.
She is back.
It was rough out there. Jennifer. It was. As you settle in, the scene of the crime. The scene of the crime was against the Pistons. In Detroit.
Yeah.
Spo forgetting that he had no timeouts.
The scene of the crime started with the man who I told you maybe past his prime.
Then the other scene of the crime, we like to refer to this as the last time Jimmy Butler tried for the Miami Heat.
Ooh.
Monday, December 16th, a 125-124 overtime loss to the Pistons.
Yep.
The Heat were 3 over 500 at that point. Could have gotten to 4 over 500. Jimmy Butler, 35 points. He had 19 rebounds, 10 assists. Wow. Incredible game by Jimmy Butler.
The last triple-double.
But you lost that game because Tim Hardaway hit 3 threes after you got an 8-point lead. So anyway, getting back to the schedule. The Detroit Pistons next Wednesday at home. I don't feel good about that game.
No, I don't feel good.
The Rockets on Friday. You've beaten the Rockets, but
Yeah.
you know who's going to be pissed and going to try and spike Tyler on his head
that's
is that
right.
Amen Thompson.
He's angry.
He's angry. So while the Rockets haven't been no great shakes as they were early in the season, they're still good.
Yeah.
They're not second in the West good, but they're good.
Pretty good.
So finally, after that 5-game gauntlet, what do you think the record's going to be in that gauntlet, Leroy?
Oof.
2-3.
Oh.
I would kill for 2-3. I would kill for 2-3.
Boy, I gotta tell you, this is a new Tobin.
No, it's a
What do you want me to do?
truthful Tobin.
What do you want me to do?
Honest
Because-
Tobin.
I'm honest
because-
Tobes.
I'm shocked you ain't talking about Heat and 5.
But Leroy, how could I do Heat and 5?
I know.
Games they've
Oh.
lost.
That's what you do.
But you can't say this is the same as other years. This is legitimately one of the lowest Heat years of all time.
This is the lowest. Look, this is the lowest year in the most recent years. But they've been teetering on this for the last 3 years, being in the play-in and kind of working it out at the end. So if anything had gone wrong back then, we'd be having that conversation a couple of years ago. And what I would say to you is, you can't play like that. So
I don't really understand though. Like they've never been this bad with Jimmy Butler. So I get
I'm not. Again, I'm not saying with or without Jimmy Butler. I'm saying the team as a whole has been playing with this play-in fire for the last 3 years.
But forget playing fire. I don't want to talk about playing. The play-in is the worst it's been in the East in a long time. All of these teams are 7, 8 games under 500. The East play-in is a joke.
Right.
I'm talking about record, the way they lose, doing things that are done that only the Jazz are doing.
Correct.
Teams actively tanking. You can't compare it, Leroy. Just because their positional record is the same, it's not. They are a bad basketball team.
Yes, but you have to put every season in perspective. So while you're taking the record and saying this is the worst record, I look at the positioning, and each year it kind of works on a curve. Some years you might have to be over 500 to get the 8th seed, right?
Yeah,
This year isn't that. This is a bad year for the Eastern Conference in general.
Yeah, but that's those people, like, it's when you go back on like the Dolphins and you say, oh, we had 5 straight years of winning record. It's like, yeah, but you were 8-8 going into every single final week and they added a game. Like it's
Right.
it's smoke and mirrors. You weren't really a winning team.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
But it's not, but like the Heat being a 9 or an 8 this year is different than it was 2 years ago when they were 2 games away from being a 4.
But it's relative to basketball this year.
But it's
know,
not,
it's kind of like the thing where you have a team one year win the division, winning 13 games, and then the next year that same division goes 8-9 and has a team in the play.
Yeah, so you need to realize whether if it would be like that 8-win team, it would be like the Seahawks of 7-9 thinking they're the same. It's like, we're division champions again if you won a division with 13 games. It's like, yeah, but it wasn't the same team. So
Right.
I can't go just because the Heat are 1 position away from where they were last year. Come on, dude. They're miles away from where they were last year.
Yes, but so is the Eastern Conference.
Just the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Just the play in all those teams that are there.
All
which is
I'm
basically
saying
all.
is this. Each year is different. Okay? If you take the wins and losses out of it and just put the positioning, how you get to that position is going to vary from year to year because what is going to qualify for that position is going to be different from year to year. My whole point is that every year the team we've had different conversations because of how the team has been playing. Okay, so let me correct that. We've had different conversations. But what has been consistent is most of the last couple of years, the Heat have been damn near in the same situation.
Again, though, they haven't been because they haven't really been like. If you get into the play-in, whatever you want to say, you would honestly you could talk about the top of the competition of the East. They were closer to that being in the 8th than they were now, which is basically they might as well be the Wizards compared to the top of the East.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Even if they're in the same positional spot. So I don't like that's where you and I just aren't agreeing on this.
We're not
in the same spot.
Because I think when you play with the play-in fire, this is a possibility. And so now we're here, and you can say it's different or not, but I have been consistent with this.
They might be out of the play-in. Like,
right,
it's not,
I know.
It's not impossible for them to be out of the play-in.
I know, but
don't
guess
rule
what?
out on that.
In all the years past, they were a 5-game slide of being in that same spot.
But it was never going to happen. Like there weren't. You probably.
I understand it didn't happen, but I'm saying when you keep playing like this and being in this position, you are a 5-game slide from being out of it, and it happened this year for whatever reason. And all I'm saying is this: you can't keep hovering around average. And would you agree that I don't care if there were only 4 games out of the 4 seed or 3 games or 2 games, the last few years, not playing the result, we have come to this point of the season, even though the team is worse now, okay? We've come to this point of the season talking about, if we just go on a run, if we just do this, we'll be the 6th seed, or we be the 4th seed, or we'll be this. And it's still, they end up around this area. So, like, yeah, the team is worse. But I would say you've been playing with fire for the last couple of years.
I guess. I mean, like, I would say if you want to parse it to your spot, say that you think they were average or slightly above average the last 2 years. They're bad now.
Yes. But and
if you want to go by your way,
so is the Eastern Conference. Besides the top 2
the top 6 are not bad.
Right.
They're bad. Anybody below 6 is bad.
Right.
They are bad. They're not average. They're not below, they're not a little above average. They're not
right.
We could get hot. When you had those other years, you could make that argument. I don't care. Like, I don't care what you want to say. Are you frustrated about how the regular season were or how enjoyable they were? They still had a chance.
I agree. I agree with all that.
They are closer to the Raptors than they are to the Pistons.
I agree. I agree with all of that. But I'm saying that the fact still remains you're still playing with your food and you're in this position.
They're not playing with, but Leroy, they're not playing with their food. They're not.
You lose this many games.
They get their lunch money taken.
You play this many games and lose this many leads at this point. I can't, for the life of me, I want an explanation, and I can't give you a good one. I can't.
Beauty in the struggle.
No, there's not.
This is good.
No, there's not. No, there's not.
Or John.
There's not. Right?
Take a break.
No.
Back after this.